Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Vikram Singh. I'm a civil and geotechnical engineer based in Australia. I'm currently working as a research fellow at the University of Western Australia, where my research focuses on developing geotechnical design tools for offshore wind turbines. In this video, I'll take you through my personal journey of getting Australian permanent residency step by step so that you can better understand all the steps involved in this process for a civil engineer. So let's get started. Here is an overview of the key steps in my permanent residency journey. I started with English test, did two skill assessment, one for civil and one for geotechnical, submitted expression of interest for subclass 189 and 190 visas, then got invitations, completed my PR visa application with the police checks and medicals. So let's go through these step by step. The first step was the English test. I chose IELTS academic for my graduate visa application and used the same score for skill assessment and submitting these expression of interests. Without this English test, you cannot move forward in this process. So take it seriously and try to score as much as you can. You can write PT academic test too, because for some people that suits their preparation methods. Just choose the one which suits your style of preparation and make sure that you score the maximum, as it is essential to claim migration points. Then I actually went for two skill assessments, one under geotechnical engineer occupation, which is a professional engineer occupation, and the other under civil engineer. Both are assessed by Engineers Australia. I wrote career episodes for the competency demonstration report for each occupation, focusing on relevant project work. If you have experience in more than one specialization, applying for more can actually increase your chances of getting an invitation. At that point of time, I had about 3 years of work experience with Australian employers. So, and those employers are quite well known in Australia. So I didn't do any assessment of my experience. But if you have an overseas experience, then you may need to do an assessment with Engineers Australia of your experience as well. The step number 3 was, once I had my English results and skill assessments ready, I submitted 4 EOIs using Skill Select website, 2 for 189 the independent visa and 2 for 190 the state nominated visa. In these EOIs, I claimed points for my age, English, education and experience. It's super important to keep your EOIs active and updated as you gain more points. For example, initially you didn't score much in English language, or maybe just sufficient for being eligible for submitting an expression of interest, but later on you prepared again and wrote an exam, so maybe you got better results. So then you should update your EOI, or if you got more experience or something, just add it so that it's at any time you have the maximum possible points claimed. So step number 4, I initially submitted expression of interest only for the geotechnical engineer occupation. Even though I had over 100 points, I didn't receive any invitation for months. After waiting around 8 months, I decided to also submit EOIs under the civil engineer category, and that turned out to be the right decision. Within just 4 months, I received invitations for both 190 and later for 189 visa. In total, I waited about 13 months for the geotechnical expression of interest and only 4 months for the civil engineer ones. Eventually, I chose the 189 visa as it had a faster processing time at that stage. I submitted my visa application through the email account. This step involves uploading all your supporting documents, your identification, qualifications, employment, evidence, English results, police clearance, and so on. Once I submitted the application, I was referred for the medicals. Then the golden email came, PR granted in 2 months. So after getting PR, the first thing I did was apply for Medicare, the public health insurance scheme. I also applied for a Western Australian state driving license, as you can drive only for 3 months on the overseas license after getting PR. So here are some tips. Start your English test preparation early and target maximum score. Prepare skill assessment career episodes thoroughly. Apply under multiple occupations if you are eligible, and make sure your EOIs reflect the highest possible points at any stage. And most importantly, don't lose hope. Persistent really pays off. All of this process I completed by myself and didn't take any help from any migration agents. And I think the Australian Department of Home Affairs website is such a good resource that if you want to pursue this journey yourself, everything is available on the website, every information is available, and you can easily complete all the steps by yourself. Please note that I'm not a migration lawyer or migration agent, so whatever I have shared in this video is just for sharing my journey, so that it might give you some idea about what are the different steps involved in this process. Thank you for watching. If this helped you, please like, comment and subscribe to the channel.